A very good morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are studying at home, okay? And I hope you are not having any such problems in whatever topics I had discussed. Now, in our previous class, I was discussing about the microorganisms and how the microorganisms are useful to us. It is used in preparation of food items. It is used as a source of food. It is used in agriculture also, as it increases the fertility of the soil. I also talked about the role of microorganisms in cleaning the environment. They act upon the dead and decaying organic matter and convert it into simple forms, chemical inorganic into simple chemical inorganic substances, into simple forms. Okay, so they are the decomposers. Now the work of the microorganism does not end over here. The microorganisms, especially the bacteria, they are also acting as decomposers in treating the sewage. Okay, I hope you all remember what is sewage. In 7th class, we had discussed about sewage, isn't it? Now, what is sewage? Let me just recapitulate about it. Sewage is the wastewater which is coming from our houses. So, like for example, the household wastes which are coming are soap, the detergents, the fecal matter. They are also constituting the sewage. Then the chemicals from the factories. All these things, these all come under sewage. Okay, so sewage is the wastewater. Here the bacteria, the microorganism, mainly the bacteria, play a very important role in treating the sewage. So when the sewage is treated by the bacteria convert it into something harmless, means it does not harm us. Okay, it gets converted into something harmless. Okay, in cities and towns, nowadays in cities and towns, sewage is made harmless. Why? Because the sewage water is getting treated in the sewage treatment plants. You just remember in 7th class, I had discussed about the sewage treatment plant. That is a long process. Okay, I hope you all remember. Before getting discharged into the rivers, the sewage treatment plants, they undergo treatment. They do the treatment of the sewage, and as a result, the sewage water gets converted into harmless water and then it is discharged into the river. Okay, so this is, here I want to discuss that the bacteria plays a very essential role in treatment of the sewage to make it harmless. Now I will be discussing about biogas. Now what happens during the treatment of sewage? Then this anaerobic bacteria, they are acting on sewage. When they are acting on the sewage, then methane gas is produced. Which gas is produced? Yes, it is methane gas. Now this methane gas which is produced by the anaerobic bacteria is known as the biogas. And how it is produced? It is produced from degradation of plant and animal materials. So the plant and animal materials, they are getting degraded. Okay, and as a result, the biogas, that is the methane gas, especially methane gas, is being produced by the anaerobic bacteria. Okay, now in India and as well as China, okay, in India and China, the vegetation, the rotting vegetation, by rotting I mean to say sad jana, that is rotting vegetation and the animal dung, the animal feces, the animal dung, they are also used to produce biogas, and this biogas which is produced here, it is used as a fuel in homes. I hope you all know this. Okay, these are what is this? I mean to say here, again I will be repeating, the vegetation as well as the animal dung, the rotting vegetation as well as the animal dung. Okay, these two things are being used to produce the biogas, and the biogas which is produced is used as fuel in homes. So I hope you all have understood how the microorganisms, they are helpful. Okay. Okay, moving ahead. Next comes the preparation of antibiotics. Here I mean to say that the role of microorganisms is not ended. it has not ended. Okay, the antibiotics are what? The microbe is also involved in the preparation of antibiotics. Firstly, let me tell you what are antibiotics. Antibiotics, they are the chemical substances and they are produced by the microorganisms. Like for example, the microorganism which is used in the preparation of antibiotics are fungi and bacteria. Okay, so the antibiotics, they are prepared by fungi and bacteria. They are produced by the microorganisms, fungi and bacteria. And what do these antibiotics do? What is the role of antibiotics? They kill or they stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. Okay, so you can imagine that antibiotic itself, it is made by the microorganism. Okay, it is the chemical substance which is made by the microorganism like fungi and bacteria. And what is it used for? It is used for killing or stopping the growth of disease causing microorganisms. Okay, now you must have heard about antibiotics. Now firstly let me tell you what is, as the name implies, anti means against, isn't it? Anti का मतलब क्या होता है? Against जाना. Okay, anti means against and bios means life. Okay, so what are these antibiotics used for? The antibiotics, they are used in the treatment of a variety of diseases. Okay, you are getting treated, okay, with the help of antibiotics. Now let me tell you one more thing, that antibiotics, they have been discovered and numerous antibiotics have been discovered, and the first antibiotic which was discovered was penicillin. 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 Penicillin was obtained from fungus called penicillium. So both of them are identical names, isn't it? दोनों identical है. Penicillin is the antibiotic which is prepared by the fungus penicillium. And who prepared this antibiotic? The Alexander Fleming. Okay, he was a scientist. Alexander Fleming, he prepared this antibiotic. Okay, it was in the year 1928. Okay, it was in the year 1928 when Alexander Fleming he obtained this antibiotic, that is penicillin. Now so here I hope I have finished about antibiotics. Let me repeat it once again. What are antibiotics? They are the chemical substances. They are produced by the microorganisms, especially the fungi and the bacteria. And what is the role of antibiotic? They stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. They are even helpful in killing the disease causing microbes. Okay, and the first antibiotic which was discovered was penicillin. Who discovered this? He was Alexander Fleming. And the fungus which was used for preparation of penicillin was penicillium. Penicillium fungus was used to form penicillin. Okay, so here I finish with the antibiotic. Okay, moving ahead. Now we will be talking about vaccines. Now I hope you all have heard about this name, vaccines. What are vaccines? I will be explaining. Once our body has been infected by a particular Okay, moving ahead. Now we will be talking about vaccines. Now I hope you all have heard about this name, vaccines. What are vaccines? I will be explaining you the definition. First, let me tell you that when you were a child, okay, you must have been given with the injections or the oral vaccines. Why? Because these vaccines, they protect your body from the diseases like measles, polio, diphtheria, tetanus or typhoid. Okay, several diseases like for example the smallpox, chickenpox, cholera, tuberculosis and hepatitis, all these diseases, they can be prevented by the method of vaccination. Okay, now let me tell you about vaccines. What are vaccines? Vaccines are those substances which are used to produce immunity to diseases in the living body. For example, our body is living, isn't it? And we are getting immunity by vaccines. Okay, so vaccines are those substances which are used to provide us with immunity to diseases in the living body. Means the diseases won't be allowed to enter our body. Okay, if you are having if we are having vaccinated, if we have got vaccine. Okay, if we are injected with vaccines. Now let me tell you about immunity. What is immunity? In Hindi, you must have heard about Rog Pratirodhak Kshamta. Rog Pratirodhak Kshamta is the same thing as immunity. Okay? What is immunity? Immunity is our body's ability to resist a disease by natural or artificial means. I will be discussing about the natural and artificial means. First, let me explain you immunity. Okay? So that you understand it. Now, the ability of our body to resist a disease is called immunity. How resist a disease means the disease will not be allowed to enter our body. This is called resist. Resist karna means uske against jana, to fight. Okay, so immunity is the ability of our body to resist a disease, to fight the diseases by natural or artificial means. Now, when a disease-causing microbe enters your body, then how your body acts. Okay, how your body acts. Suppose any microbe, the disease-causing microbe is entering your body, then how your body is acting. The body acts in two ways. Okay, try to understand it very properly. Okay, first way is white blood cells. White blood cells, I hope you all remember. In 7th class, we had discussed about red blood cell, white blood cell and platelets. White blood cell is responsible for fighting against the disease-causing germs and bacteria. Okay? It is the same here. Some of the white blood cells reach the invading microbe and eat them. So, when a microbe is entering your body, it has entered your body, for example, then the white blood cell, it will reach that microbe which has entered your body. Okay, when it has reached that microbe, then it will be eating that microbe. For example, this is the diagram which I am showing over here. This is the white blood cell. Okay, it is here, it is having the microbe in front of the white blood cell. You are having the microbe. Okay, then what will happen? The white blood cell, it has changed its structure. See? Okay, and now the microbe is about to reach it. Here the white blood cell is surrounding the microbe, and in the third case, here the microbe is destroyed. The white blood cell has eaten this microbe. So here, whatever microbe is entering your body is acting in two ways. This is the first way how your body acts. The WBC has eaten that microbe. Okay, now coming to the second one, what happens? Some of the white blood cells, they produce chemicals. The name of the chemical is antibodies. Now, what is the function of antibody? What will the antibody do? The antibody will be fighting the invader. Okay, antibodies will first surround the invader microbe and then eat it. For example, you will be able to understand from this diagram. This is the white blood cell. What is it making? It is making the antibodies. These are Y-shaped. Can you see the Y-shaped structure? These are all antibodies. And in front of the antibody, there is virus. The invader is coming. Okay. Okay, it has entered your body. The virus has entered your body. Then this antibody will be acting on this. Firstly, the virus becomes surrounded by antibodies. The antibodies will be surrounding the virus. Okay. Here, in this second stage, this is the second one. B. The virus becomes surrounded by antibodies. The antibodies, they are surrounding the virus. Okay. Now, this virus, it has got surrounded. In the third case, what will happen? Once the virus has been surrounded, okay, now the virus will be getting eaten up. by the WBC. Okay, this virus has been surrounded and now the WBC will be eating it. So this is how our body works. The first case, this is the second case. The first case was about the WBC. WBC itself, it is eating the microbe. In the second case, the WBC has produced the antibodies. The antibodies is then allowed to fight the invader, and this is how the antibodies which are surrounding the invader microbe, and then it is eating it. Okay. Once our body has been infected by a particular microbe, the body remembers which antibody was able to fight the microbe. Now, your body has known that which microbe has entered your body, isn't it? Your body knows very well, and it is able to remember also that which antibody was able to fight with that microbe. Your body knows which microbe has entered you, which microbe has infected you. Your body also remembers that which antibody was able to fight that microbe. This means that if by chance, if you come in contact with same microbe again, if again you are getting infected by the same microbe, then what will happen? Your body will be making the antibodies, and then what will happen? It will be destroying the microbe before it makes you ill. I hope you all have understood. What happens? Whatever microbe it has entered your body, then if that same microbe is entering again, okay, then also the antibodies will be produced. The same antibody will be produced. The antibody which has destroyed that microbe previously, the same antibody will be again working here. Okay, it will be destroying the microbe before the microbe makes you ill. So this is known as becoming immune. You are getting immune. You have become immunized. This is how immunity is provided to our body against the diseases in a natural way. This is the natural way. Okay, I had told you earlier that there are two ways of getting immunized, of getting immunity. This is the natural way, how we are getting immunity. Okay, now moving ahead, there is the artificial mean also of getting immunity. How this happens? Immunity can be induced artificially by introducing dead or weakened microbes in a healthy body. Okay, your body is healthy, for example. Okay, your healthy body, it will be getting immunity. How it will be getting immunity? By inducing artificially the dead, decay and weakened microbes. The dead and weak microbes, they will be allowed to move into your body. They will be introduced into your body. Okay, then after they are getting introduced in your body will be fighting and killing these microbes by producing suitable antibodies. The same thing is happening here. Okay, now the microbe, it has entered your body. Obviously the WBC will be producing the antibodies again, and these antibodies will be fighting with these microbes which has entered. So these antibodies, they remain in the body, and thus they protect our body from the disease causing microbes. This is how vaccination works. Okay, so this is the basis of vaccination. So I hope you all have understood. Okay, so I want to say one more thing I have left, and that is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur showed that diseases were caused by microbes. So it was Louis Pasteur who showed that the diseases, they were caused by the microbes. So here I finish with my topic. In the next one, I will be dealing with the harmful microorganisms. Whatever I have taught you, please try to understand it very clearly, very properly. Okay? Thank you.